You want to tell us a bit about TransMedics?
Sure, we've talked about this one quite a bit. It's we both own it in our urban portfolios. I own it in the King of the Jungle portfolio as well. It's one of my favorite companies in terms of being aligned with both the business model and the fact that it saves lives. In essence, it's organ transplant company that helps one, the organs stay alive and call it fresher, better. But you soon realize that that is only one piece of the puzzle. It's the logistic piece, getting the organs to where they need to go in a timely manner without all kinds of complications that involve travel and transport. That is the piece that TransMedics also set out to solve by basically creating their own transportation network, buying planes. There's a lot of hubbub about the capital expenditures involved in buying planes and return on invested capital with that stuff. But what it seems like to me is that they are, in a sense, kind of like a mini Intuitive Surgical. Like, you start small with a technological innovation, and then you build out the razor and blades model, and then you start kind of infiltrating into hospitals and how things are just done. And they are now on the cusp of expanding internationally, with Italy being the first European country to get involved. And then there's going to be further expansions involving kidneys, basically, are the next thing. So we're dealing with heart, lungs, liver, and then kidneys. And it's still a fairly small company in terms of market cap size, which is why Monkey really loves it. And management and I mean, everything about this company, I would say, is A-level excellence, despite the stock kind of being fairly volatile-ish.
Hey, go hit that buy button while I chat about it. I like this one too. And they are doing good, interesting work. Like they're not just expanding the market for transplantation, like they're enabling organ transplantation where it couldn't happen before. And previously, like, transplant surgeons could only really do all their work like in the late afternoon or at night, because literally, like, the heart was on its way from the donor to their hospital so they could transplant it. It would take, if it went overnight, the organ would typically degrade too much and wouldn't be viable. But now TransMedics solution keeps hearts, lungs, and livers viable for much longer, by literally, creating an artificial body for them to exist in, where oxygenated blood is like flowing through them. And it means that, they can fly organs, they can overnight them. And then the transplant surgeon can kind of have it in his diary, show up at 9 a.m. Whenever he starts work. And he's got 4 or 5 transplant patients lined up for the day, and the organs are all kind of sat there, or they're inbound and due to arrive within like the hour. And they can work like a more sensible day. So yeah, I think it's a really good technology. And our community likes this one as well, just because some of the numbers are quite strong. Revenue up 32% year over year in the most recent set of results. Gross margin expansion, operating margin expansion. So yeah, like I like this one. It's a great company. This is actually one of the 2 companies I created like a sort of fun video for the kids in the extended family for, and said, do you want to buy TransMedics or do you want to buy Rocket Lab with the Christmas present money that Katrina and I are giving you?
Yeah, this is a great point. This is one of those companies where you feel like, as an investor, you learn so much, especially, you gain entrance into the world of surgery and the world of what physicians have to go through. And some of the graphics, I mean, I don't know, some people might be squeamish looking at organs, real pictures of organs. But I think for any young person, or anybody really, looking at the slide decks from TransMedics is so worthwhile, so worth your time. So check it out if you haven't yet. Back